What happens to a country or a church under ungodly leadership? Let's look at two more bad kings of Judah in 2 Kings 21. Was Manasseh an evil king in Judah, completely undoing the righteous acts of his father Hezekiah? Manasseh was 12 years old when he became king, and he reigned 55 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Hephzibah, and he did evil in the sight of the Lord, according to the abominations of the nations whom the Lord had cast out before the children of Israel. For he rebuilt the high places which Hezekiah his father had destroyed. He raised up altars for Baal, and made a wooden image, as Ahab king of Israel had done. And he worshipped all the host of heaven, and served them. He also built altars in the house of the Lord, of which the Lord had said, In Jerusalem I will put my name. And he built altars for all the host of heaven, in the two courts of the house of the Lord. Did he also engage in the horrific act of child sacrifice? And did the people refuse to listen to God? Manasseh also sacrificed his own son in the fire. He practiced sorcery and divination, and he consulted with mediums and psychics. He did much that was evil in the Lord's sight, arousing his anger. Manasseh even made a carved image of Asherah and set it up in the temple, the very place where the Lord had told David and his son Solomon, My name will be honored forever in this temple, and in Jerusalem, the city I've chosen from among all the tribes of Israel. If the Israelites will be careful to obey my commands, all the laws my servant Moses gave them, I will not send them into exile from this land that I gave their ancestors. But the people refused to listen, and Manasseh led them to do even more evil than the pagan nations that the Lord had destroyed when the people of Israel entered the land. What was God's warning to Manasseh and Judah because of their abominations? Yahweh spoke to his servants the prophets, saying, Because Manasseh king of Judah has done these abominations, and has done wickedly, above all the Amorites did, who were before him, and has also made Judah to sin with his idols, therefore Yahweh the God of Israel says, Behold, I'll bring such evil on Jerusalem and Judah, that whoever hears of it, both his ears will tingle. I'll stretch over Jerusalem the line of Samaria, and the plumb line of Ahab's house. And I'll wipe Jerusalem as a man wipes a dish, wiping it and turning it upside down. I'll cast off the remnant of my inheritance, and deliver them into the hands of their enemies. They'll become a prey and a plunder to all their enemies, because they've done that which is evil in my sight, and have provoked me to anger, since the day their fathers came out of Egypt, even to this day. How much innocent blood did Manasseh and the nation shed in rushing to do evil? Manasseh spilled so much innocent blood that he filled up every corner of Jerusalem with it. And this doesn't include the sins he caused Judah to commit, so that they did what was evil in the Lord's eyes. The rest of Manasseh's deeds, all that he accomplished, and the sin he committed, aren't they written in the official records of Judah's kings? Manasseh lay down with his ancestors. He was buried in his palace garden, the Uzzah garden. His son Amon succeeded him as king. Who was the next king of Judah, and what was the end result of his chosen lifestyle? Amon was 22 years old when he became king of Judah, and he ruled from Jerusalem for 2 years. His mother Meshullemeth was the daughter of Haruz from Jotbah. Amon disobeyed the Lord, just as his father Manasseh had done. Amon worshipped the idols Manasseh had made, and refused to be faithful to the Lord, the God his ancestors had worshipped. Some of Ammon's officials plotted against him and killed him in his palace. He was buried in Uzzah garden. Soon after that, the people of Judah killed the murderers of Ammon. Then they made his son Josiah king. Everything else that Ammon did while he was king is written in the history of the kings of Judah. How is the reign of a righteous man different to that of a wicked man? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. How can we learn to recognize bad leadership in the church or the nation? Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You'll recognize them by their fruits. Are grapes gathered from thorn bushes, or figs from thistles? So every healthy tree bears good fruit, but the diseased tree bears bad fruit. A healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a diseased tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus you'll recognize them by their fruits. What happens to a country or a church under ungodly leadership? You decide.